When I started training and really digging into the wrestling, I always watched the Japanese wrestling, all Japan.
Right.
In that direction, there was the stuff. I always liked it more sports-based, less of the entertainment aspect. But over time, I think it's a normal evolution.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here, Dr. Chris Featherstone, Bill Apter reporting. I am here with the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Wait a minute. Right out of the gate.
Right out the gate, Bill.
Do you mind? Right out of the gate, you've taken over the Intercontinental Championship. You've completely gone over the Honky Tonk Man's reign. Why do you have Vinci and Kaiser at ringside? I mean, have you kept this thing mainly because they interfere in a lot of your matches?
No, are you serious?
Yeah, of course I'm serious.
No, that's definitely not the case. If you pay attention, on the day,
Yeah.
I'm in the ring myself and there's nobody around it.
Yeah, but
In the weeks leading to that, I mean, we're all together for a reason. So obviously we try to make each other's lives easier. But when it's time, I'm out there on my own.
But the distraction technique from them against your opponents, I mean, it's just not fair. It's like 3 against 1.
Yeah, but they're not there. I just said, whenever the PLE happens, do you see them around the ring? They're not there.
I guess I'm seeing them.
Yeah, speaking of that, so we have the Royal Rumble coming up soon. So early rumors is Gunther may be the guy. How does that feel by perhaps winning the Royal Rumble? And what do you have for the world champion if you do win the Royal Rumble?
Well, that's all future talk, right?
Yes.
So I'm not good at that.
Okay.
I have my goals, of course, and everything, but right now I'm the Intercontinental Champion, and that's
You can do both.
That's what my focus is on. I could, I guess, but that, like I said, we'll see what happens. The next important thing is tomorrow, SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre. That's one of the biggest challenges I've ever had in my career. And yeah, that's what my focus is on.
You pinned him at WrestleMania. Can you do it twice?
Yes. Very good.
How can you do it twice, though? What do you have? What secret sauce do you have?
So if you compare Drew and me, then Drew is one of the few ones that is a bit taller, that is a bit heavier. I think I'm technically better, and maybe endurance-wise, maybe I'm a little bit stronger. So I think those are the 2 factors that can play a big role for me. I think that's going to be interesting.
One of the toughest matches I've ever seen in the 50 years I've been doing this was you against Sheamus.
Yes.
So that match, if you could take apart Sheamus's strengths and weaknesses, what would they be?
Sheamus, well, I think his strengths, it's quite obvious, right? He's strong, he's physical, he can go, like he doesn't really stop. And he brings a great energy in the ring.
Okay.
He has an energy that you, especially his opponent, you can very much feed off that.
Right.
So you can't keep that guy down. He keeps coming at you. And I think that creates an exciting match for the audience. His weakness?
Yes.
His weakness is, I think it's nothing really in the ring. His weakness is up here and in his heart. He's got a soft heart and he doesn't have his mind straight. He seems very frustrated right now. I see him popping up on Twitter every second day, making comments. Like I said, I don't think his mind is straight. I don't think he's focused enough on what he really wants, and he tries to figure out different ways to, reach his goal.
You're a technical wrestler brought into the world of sports entertainment.
Yes.
And I noticed that you do very little sports entertainment. Did it intimidate you to come into a company that is known more for sports entertainment than technical wrestling, which you were an expert at?
To be honest, it was one of the reasons why I distanced myself for a long time from WWE, why I hesitated when everybody from Europe got signed. And because when I started, I think when I started training and really digging into the wrestling, I always watched the Japanese wrestling, all Japan.
Right.
In that direction, there was the stuff. I always liked it more sports-based, less of the entertainment aspect. But over time, I think it's a normal evolution. that you gotta put a product on that, or you gotta adjust your wrestling so you can reach just a mainstream audience, if that makes sense, to make it enjoyable for everybody, not just the die-hard wrestling fans.
One last question regarding this. In sport, Seth Rollins is the world champion currently as we're taping this. A lot of people say he's too over the top.
Yes.
He's too much of a character. Give us your strengths and weaknesses on Seth Rollins.
I don't think there are not many weaknesses, to be honest. I think he's in the position he's in. He's the right guy for that.
Yeah.
He was the right guy for to hold the title as the first one and establish it. But as someone myself, that is
He too out there for you? Is he too showy for you?
Oh, personal taste?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Look at me, what I do. I think I make it very clear what's important for me when I stand in the ring and how I approach my profession. And obviously he's a very over-the-top person, but also a lot of people enjoy it and a lot of people like it.
Yeah, one last question to close up. You were talking about the Intercontinental Championship, focusing on that. What message do you have to the Honky Tonk Man by trumping him as being the guy?
I'm not in competition with the Honky Tonk Man, to be honest, and I also would consider myself as the superior wrestler to the Honky Tonk Man. It was a different time, different age, and he had his time, he had his run, and now it's mine.
All right, the very last fact I want to give you is that Sportskeeda, we have voted you the wrestler of the half year.
Thank you.
Would you like
to
to look into the camera and thank Sportskeeda for giving you this particular award?
Thank you, Sportskeeda. Highly appreciate it.
Yeah, and you deserve it, obviously.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. He brought technical wrestling back into the WWE. Bill Apter, Dr. Chris, Gunther, we'll see you at the matches.